Many learning programs fail to deliver the expected organisational benefits. Having a well-structured measuring system in place can help you determine where the problem lies. On a positive note, being able to demonstrate a real significant benefit to your organisation can help to gain more resources from important decision makers. A well-known model to assess training effectiveness is Kirkpatrick's 4-level model of training evaluation. As you proceed through each of the levels, the evaluation becomes more difficult and requires more time, and each level provides more information. At level 1 evaluation, that is the reactions, this level measures participants' initial reactions to questions regarding their perceptions and satisfaction. Was their reaction favourable or not? Methods include program evaluation sheets, interviews, questionnaires, participant comments throughout the program. Learners might be asked to comment on whether they will use the new skills, if they plan to change their behaviour, if they expect improvements in results. This level doesn't measure what's learned, nor will it ensure quality results from learning. At level 2 evaluation, or the learning, this level measures the extent to which participants' learning and knowledge is aligned with the program goals. What did the participants learn? Although measurement is more difficult at this level, pre-testing and post-testing can help evaluators determine the amount of learning acquired. Attempts should be made to answer the extent to which participants have advanced in skills and knowledge. Potential methods include pre- and post-testing, observation by tutors, managers or peers, team and self-assessment, interviews and surveys. This level provides a higher measure of training effectiveness, but doesn't measure if participants like the program, if they will behave differently, or if results will be achieved. At the level 3 evaluation, which is referred to as behaviour, this level measures the extent to which a change in behaviour in the post-training environment has occurred as a result of the program, and provides measurement on achievement of performance goals. Did the participants' learning affect their behaviour? Are the newly acquired skills being used in the everyday environment? Measurement is difficult, and it's often impossible to predict when changes in behaviour will occur. Therefore, when and how to evaluate are important decisions. For this level, potential methods include pre- and post-testing, observations, focus groups, interviews, surveys of people who observe the performer, and questionnaires. This level doesn't determine if participants liked the training or if the new behaviour led to results, but it can determine the degree to which learning has been transferred to the post-training environment. At level 4 evaluation, or results, this level measures final results that have been achieved as a result of the learning acquired, the transfer or impact on business, and it also includes a final evaluation of the program goals. Did the participants' behavioural changes affect the organisation? Although level 4 results are measured least often of the 4, they assess the overall reason for a training program. Potential indicators include increased productivity, reduced costs, increased employee satisfaction, and decreased staff turnover. Determining these outcomes is very difficult, and they can't always be causally linked to the training. This level doesn't determine if participants liked or understood the training, or if it affected their preferred behaviours. Positive evaluation results that are achieved in levels 1, 2 and 3 can, however, predict positive level 4 results, if the logic of the model is sound. Effective learning evaluation requires preparation. If possible, the evaluation plan is created at the same time as the learning opportunities are developed. This will help to ensure that the evaluation goals and methods are tightly aligned with the learning goals and expectations regarding the impact and outcomes of the learning. Producing an evaluation plan will allow you to identify necessary resources and any potential barriers to the evaluation process. Crucially, it will also give you an opportunity to get involvement from key stakeholders. This should, in turn, help to focus stakeholders' attention on supporting achievement of the learning goals. Gathering feedback. To continuously improve learning and development activities, it's important to gather feedback before, during, and after the learning from different sources, including sources such as instructional designers, workplace trainers, workplace assessors, supervisors, customers, and learners. There are two main ways of gathering feedback: written and verbal feedback. The tables on screen show some of the pros and cons. One way to overcome the disadvantages of any feedback method is to use a mixed method. Studies have shown that the level of skill transfer from training to the workplace is impacted by the quality of the briefing and debriefing by the participant's supervisor. This means that learners should have a pre- and post-discussion about the learning with their supervisor according to an agreed format and timescale. In time, all things change. Whether it's the job descriptions, the entry-level skills of employees, or new equipment. As learners begin processing through the learning program, areas of improvement should be identified. Once adjustments have been negotiated with learning and development specialists, they should be incorporated in the learning program as soon as is practicable. In some cases, employers need to document learning activities to meet regulatory requirements. For example, with occupational health and safety training. But regulatory compliance is not the only reason to keep learning records. Such records provide evidence of the effectiveness of the learning program, they provide input for employee development, and they contribute to the overall management of the organisation. There's no preferred format for learning records. Many employers rely on paper records, especially when a signature is required to meet regulatory requirements. But it's becoming more and more common for employers to keep records electronically or digitally. Electronic or digital records cut down on the amount of paper the trainer has to store, but some types of paper documentation can still be useful. Many employers want employees to sign a sign-in sheet when they attend a training session. Using sign-in sheets is a good way to keep track of attendance. Regardless of whether the records are electronic or paper, the record format should make it easy to retrieve information both on all employees who participated in learning activities and all of the topics on which an employee has been trained. Having individual files for each employee provides a complete picture of their learning history. Okay, point of reflection. Consider why learning programs should be evaluated. If we were in a tutorial, I'd be asking you the question. As we're not, I've got some answers for you that have been provided before. So, why should learning programs be evaluated? Well, to find out whether the program has contributed towards meeting the business's performance goals, to test the effectiveness of a new program, to find out whether an existing program should continue, to discover how to improve a program, to identify future learning needs, and finally, to assess whether a program is cost-effective. Okay, that's it. We've now concluded tutorial 8. During the tutorial, I've presented how to create learning opportunities. We've had a look at facilitating and promoting learning and monitoring and improving learning effectiveness. It's not a live session, so questions aren't going to work. Thanks for listening, and see you in the class.